All right, we're joined by ESPN's Mike Reiss for a few minutes. Mike, let's get right to it. A lot going on in this bye weekend. Hope you've rested.
Yes.
Hope you feel good.
Yes.
And you're ready to go when you come back on Monday. But let's begin with Milton Williams. That's the big story here, Mike. Placed on injured reserve. We won't see him for 4 games. That's a big blow for your number one moneymaker on the team. A guy that's tied for second with 7.5 tackles for loss, third in the team with 3.5 sacks, third with 8 quarterback hits, and is an emotional leader as well.
I think he's been their best defensive player, so to me that sort of signifies how significant losing him is. And it's interesting to me, Dan, because he came back in the game. So he left. He went down on that first drive, came back in the game, and then afterwards Mike Vrabel said, maybe he could have gone back in, but I wanted to get ahead of the rehab. I think Milton Williams was probably on adrenaline there trying to get back in the game. But so automatic 4 games that you miss. Not going to see him for Cincinnati, the Giants, Buffalo, and Baltimore. So those are big. So you hope to get them right and maybe have them for the playoffs.
So let's kind of do a stunt here. How do they make up for the loss then? Or they go around Williams on the line. How do they make up for the loss of Williams?
I like what you did there, Danny. Great. Christian Barmore, I thought had his best game this last game. Needs to elevate up to what Milton Williams was doing. Christian Barmore had 5 pressures, tying a career high in the last game. And then Kairos Tonga, who's done a little bit of everything, probably starts next to him. And then you need more from Joshua Farmer, the rookie after that. More from Corey Durden, another defensive tackle. Eric Gregory, a rookie who made his debut last week. All those guys bump up one more spot.
Yeah, need to elevate their games. All right, Thursday's 27-14 win over the Jets. Mike, they're now 9-2. Denver wins.
Yeah.
Tied atop the AFC with Denver. What do you think?
Well, I thought Denver's defense looked outstanding to me. I mean, when you can do that to Patrick Mahomes, it made me think, you need to play that game in Foxborough. You don't want to be playing in Denver, right? That was my first thought, Dan. The other thought I have is, if you told me we'd be sitting here tonight talking about a 9-2 team tied for the best record in the NFL, I'd tell you, this season's going amazing. So I think that is so exciting for the Patriots. Still wonder a little bit about the tests, right? Like, who have they played? You can only play who you've played. So I'm not going to knock them down for a weak schedule. But, I look at Kansas City, Dan. Every week I look up, it seems like they're at Buffalo. Yeah. They're at Denver. It seems like they're playing maybe higher level teams.
Well, just take advantage of it and hopefully come in confident. Just keep going, right? That's the best thing you can do, and who knows what can happen after that. All right, let's talk a little bit about some of the key contributors. Maybe begin with Trevian Henderson, a rookie. In 5 days, Mike, he gets his first NFL receiving touchdown, 243 total yards, 5 touchdowns, and is part of the pile push touchdown, which meant a lot culture-wise, according to your ESPN Note Stats News column today on in your notes.
So 2 thoughts. Trevian Henderson, he had been playing about 30% of the offensive snaps before Ramondre Stevenson went out. The last 3 weeks, he's played 80%. So that number's going to come down. To me, does it come down to 30 again? I don't think so. I think we're going 50-50 here with Ramondre, which I think is really interesting.
That was going to be my next comment. Yeah, this is Dan in a car. The way Henderson's playing, I don't know if you could put Ramondre back in.
No, you need Ramondre because it's injury risk for Trevian. But I think the best part of this is Trevian prepared as if he had to do everything, because he almost did have to do everything the last 3 games. So now it almost like is such a benefit to him, knowing going forward, that's the way I have to prepare and do things, even if I don't play that much, because the call can come that quick.
All right, Mike, going back to training camp, people kept saying, how does Drake look? The one thing I kept thinking of was in joint practices with Minnesota, and the way that he looked various times, his ability to step up in the pocket in those gotta-have-it situations that they ran in training camp, it just continues to we keep seeing it over and over again. Yeah. The stuff he did in the game against the Jets was crazy.
I thought his pocket movement was the best we've seen. And then keeping 2 hands on the ball. Dan, you and me have been to every practice almost every single one. You tell them, because you're there, what is the drill we see every day with the quarterbacks?
Right. Holding onto the ball. And that's kind of
and they're whacking at it, right? Like the coaches are whacking.
That's what talked about early. He's got to hold onto the football, and we've seen that over and over again.
And so your point is so well taken, and I say it because people should know, you and me are watching on the hill, and we're watching these drills, and to see it come to life in the game, it's a good reflection of, to me, good coaching, a player taking the coaching, and a player who's really talented. The ceiling is so high.
Well, with that said, what do you want to see over the final games with Drake Maye?
So keep taking care of the football,
Yep.
right? So I think last year, Dan, he played 13 games. He had 10 interceptions. If I'm not mistaken, this year he's played 11 games. He's got 5 interceptions. So he's cut it almost totally in half. I think that's fantastic in terms of the interception. So keep taking care of the ball, and honestly, just keep elevating everyone around him. I think he is growing into a star before our eyes.
And what do baseball players do when they go to the base, when they're trying to steal the base? What do?
Yeah.
Slide.
Gotta
Right?
slide.
Drake's got to
Gotta
slide.
slide.
Right?
That's right.
You got to protect him, keep him upright, because he's everything.
And you had asked about the pile push there. So when he's got the ball, or when Trevian's got the ball, when you see all those guys pushing him from behind, whether it's Drake on a sneak or whether it's Trevian at